I do make vlogs. If anything interesting starts to happen, I start to take out my camera and I start recording it with some of my friends.
I'm just a regular kid who likes Xbox and, play games, hang out with my friends, and I decided just to join this camp to try something new, and I really was pleased with what I learned here.
I had never done a film camp before, and I hope that I could take something from it to bring with me to film class at school.
I really haven't gotten into video production, but it's really interesting and there's a lot behind it, and this camp really shows it to you, so I thought it was a great camp.
A super awesomely fun camp where you get to make a movie and you get to act and show off your awesome skills.
You make a movie with all the professional equipment.
The biggest highlight for me was just getting to work with all this equipment that we don't have at school, because we don't have these, nice tripods that have smooth panning, and we don't have nice booms and all this stuff to work with. So it was cool to work with all this new high-tech stuff.
I learned how to operate a camera, how to frame a shot, more about editing and about cuts and how long it takes to film one scene.
I never knew all the buttons on the cameras and how the sound worked, and it was the most interesting part and really got me started.
I like using professional equipment because I could experience how to do things that professionals do.
I now know how to use a professional camera.
I really liked the actual process of filming and overcoming the challenges that came.
What was the most challenging part?
Getting the film and equipment set up all right and getting everyone to be quiet so we can actually film.
I had to work with a group. I didn't really have an option. At school, I usually work on stuff by myself because I don't enjoy working with the kids in my class necessarily. So working with a group is different, but it was a good experience.
When you're a production manager, you make sure everyone's on schedule and everyone's doing their job.
I had lots of different roles. I was sound recordist, production manager, director, and just an actor in it. I was the dad, and it was a really great experience.
I like to be the sound recordist because sometimes you're in the frame, but you're hiding behind something, and the audience doesn't even know it.
We didn't start filming till Thursday afternoon, but I guess we just kind of had to learn everything first. Just kind of took a while.
We first read the script and we were planning out the scenes, and then we actually started getting our costumes and then our lines and stuff and our parts, and then we just started filming, and we just made it.
The whole process was long, but I think it was pretty successful in terms of I learned a lot about really doing the entire process. At school, we do not so much of that. We just kind of pick and choose what part of pre-production we want to do, what part of post-production we want to do. So it's kind of this time I got the full package of everything, and it was a good experience.
We got to try out the editing software, Premiere Pro.
I liked editing a lot because I also got to see how I looked on camera, and I got to edit scene 2, which made it into the final cut of the movie.
I would agree that editing was challenging, but I also had fun doing it. I like seeing all the clips that we had and making a finished product.
I think the most challenging part was getting everything organized and set up. There were lots of things we had to get out. Usually we had 2 cameras taking videos, sometimes both at the same time. And then there was sound, and there was just the actors getting ready and all the props.
I do like acting, but I also like directing a lot because you get to be behind the camera and you get to be telling people what to do, and you get to see what's happening, and you really get to put some of your own input into what the movie will be.
I like the acting because I kind of like to be in the shot, like have the camera on me.
I really like being camera because you're very responsible for how the end film turns out, and I like having that responsibility.
My favorite part would just probably be the whole process. It was interesting.
I would just recommend getting into filming and stuff because there's a lot more to learn. And you learn that in this camp and just the different shots and everything. So this was an advanced experience for me.
I really liked seeing how the film comes together after all the planning and acting and stuff. Seeing all of our hard work pay off.